I'm Claire Delish. Before we begin, please click subscribe to book your next reservation with me. Welcome back to 5 Most. Today we're exploring something a little unusual, and honestly, a little fun. Because around the world, people eat foods that, to outsiders, can seem strange, confusing, or even a little shocking. But here's the thing about food. What seems strange in one culture can be completely normal in another. In fact, and this is something I've learned after years in kitchens around the world, many of the foods that people hesitate to try are deeply loved where they come from. They carry history, tradition, and generations of knowledge. So today we're exploring 5 weird foods people love. Not foods meant to shock, not foods meant to challenge you, but foods that remind us how wonderfully diverse, actually, scratch that, how beautifully diverse the world of food really is. Let's begin. Number 5, century eggs. Okay, so at first glance, a century egg looks unusual. That's probably the kindest word I can use. The whites are dark and translucent, almost like amber-colored jelly, and the yolk, deep green, sometimes nearly black. If you've never seen one before, it's easy to assume something has gone terribly wrong. Like someone forgot this egg existed for way too long. But nothing has gone wrong at all. Century eggs are preserved duck eggs that have been cured for several weeks, not centuries, by the way, which I think is kind of misleading, in a mixture of clay, salt, ash, and alkaline materials. During that time, a chemical transformation occurs. The egg's proteins break down and restructure, creating its distinctive color, texture, and powerful flavor. And you know what? The result is actually something deeply savory, rich, almost creamy. I've had century eggs served with congee, rice porridge, and the combination works beautifully. The mildness of the porridge balances the intensity of the egg. Now, the first time I tried one, I'll be honest, I had to get past what my eyes were telling me. Because your brain sees that green yolk and thinks nope, but once you taste it, it's really quite good. For many people in China and Southeast Asia, they're not strange at all. They're comfort food. Number 4, Casu Marzu. Now this one has quite a reputation. Casu Marzu is a traditional cheese from the island of Sardinia in Italy. The name translates roughly to rotten cheese, which, if we're being honest, is not exactly reassuring. I mean, who hears rotten cheese and thinks, oh yes, I'd like some of that, please? But the story behind it is actually fascinating. Casu Marzu begins as pecorino cheese, which on its own is delicious, by the way. Then it undergoes an additional stage of fermentation encouraged by cheese flies. Yes, flies. Those flies lay eggs in the cheese, and their larvae, okay, I'm just gonna say it, the maggots help break down the fats even further than typical fermentation. And here's where it gets interesting. The result is a texture that becomes extremely soft, almost spreadable. The flavor is intense, sharp, complex, and deeply traditional. Now, I respect Sardinian cheese-making tradition, I really do. But have I personally tried Casu Marzu? Not yet. And I'm honestly not sure if I will. There's a line between respecting tradition and my own personal comfort level, and this one sits right on it. But for many Sardinians, this isn't a novelty food. It's part of their culinary heritage. It's often eaten with flatbread and shared during gatherings and celebrations. To outsiders, it may seem, well, let's call it unusual. But to those who grew up with it, it's simply another expression of cheese-making tradition. And I respect that. Number 3, balut. Balut is a street food that many travelers encounter throughout the Philippines, and I'm not gonna lie, it challenges a lot of people. It's a fertilized duck egg that has been incubated for several weeks before being boiled. So when the shell is opened, you'll find a rich, savory broth, a developing duck embryo, and the familiar textures of egg white and yolk. And yes, for someone seeing it for the first time, it can feel a little intimidating. That's putting it mildly. But here's what's important to understand. Balut is deeply beloved. It's often eaten late at night from street vendors. Served warm, seasoned with a little salt or vinegar, maybe some chili. And for many people who grew up with it, it's a comfort food. Something tied to memories of home, family, and late-night conversations with friends. It's about using every part of the egg in a culture where nothing goes to waste. It's protein-rich, affordable, and has sustained communities for generations. Food isn't just about ingredients, it's about context. And balut is a perfect example of that. Number 2, durian. Oh, durian. Durian may be the most famous unusual fruit in the world. It's large, spiky, and unmistakable. But what people talk about most, and I mean what everyone talks about, is the smell. Durian has an aroma so powerful that it's banned in some hotels and public transportation systems across Southeast Asia. There are actual signs. No durian allowed, which should tell you something. Descriptions of the smell vary widely. Some say it smells like onions, others say cheese, some people say Vaseline. I don't know about gasoline, but it's definitely strong. But here's the thing. Once you get past the aroma, which I'll admit takes some effort, the flavor tells a very different story. Durian is incredibly rich, sweet, creamy, almost custard-like. Many people compare it to a blend of vanilla, almond, and caramel, which explains why millions of people absolutely adore it. I've tried durian a few times now, and each time I think, okay, maybe this time I'll get it. And each time I appreciate it more, but I'm not quite at love yet. Maybe I need to try it more, or maybe, and this is perfectly fine, I'm just not a durian person. But for durian lovers, the smell isn't a problem. It's part of the experience. It's actually part of what they love about it, which I find fascinating. Number 1, stinky tofu. If the name sounds intimidating, that's because, well, it's accurate. The aroma is famously strong. Stinky tofu is a fermented soybean curd popular in parts of China and Taiwan. The fermentation process, and we're talking weeks of fermentation, creates a very distinctive smell. One that's often compared to aged cheese, strong aged cheese, like really strong. But here's what's remarkable. Once the tofu is cooked, usually deep fried, the transformation is honestly amazing. The outside becomes crispy and golden, the inside stays soft and silky, and the flavor develops this deep, savory richness that many people find irresistible. It's commonly served at night markets with chili sauce, pickled vegetables, or fragrant herbs. And I've actually had really good experiences with stinky tofu. The first time I was at a night market in Taipei, and I could smell it from probably 50 feet away. And I thought, there's no way. But I tried it, and you know what? It was delicious. The fermented funk, which exists, let's be clear, becomes this really complex umami depth once it's fried. So stinky tofu is one of those foods where I'd say, trust the process. Don't judge it by smell alone. Like many fermented foods around the world, the strong aroma hides a surprisingly complex and genuinely delicious flavor. So what do these foods have in common? They challenge our expectations. They remind us that food isn't universal. It's cultural, it's historical, it's deeply personal. What feels strange or even off-putting at first glance often becomes something wonderful once you understand where it comes from. And honestly, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you try something and you think, I respect this, but it's not for me. And that's okay too. Every dish we explored today represents a tradition, a community. Generations of people who discovered that flavor can come from the most unexpected places. Sometimes the foods that surprise us most are the ones that teach us the most about the world and about ourselves. That was 5 weird foods people love. I'm Claire Delish, and I'll see you at the table.
Brought to you by Inception Point AI. Subscribe, like, and comment for more.